Well, hello scrappers, welcome back to my channel. Got another Scrapout teardown video today, and boy, this thing is a beast. It barely fits in frame. This is an old Compaq Proliant DL380 blade server. Well, the name Compaq tells you right there it's old, okay? Compaq no longer exists. So, did a little research. These are not reselling for anything. And certainly I would not want to have to pack and ship this beast. It is a beast. This thing, my God, it must weigh 80 pounds. It's heavy and it's big. So, you know, I might be able to sell it for a few bucks on eBay or something, but it's not worth the effort. It's too old. There's not enough demand for it. It's too heavy. I don't want to have to ship it. I don't live in a big enough urban area to sell it locally, you know, and I need the space in my workshop, so it's getting scrapped out. But we'll take a look around it and see what we've got here before I start on the scrapping out. It's interesting. You know, a few years back, I got a machine similar to this, and you know, it was still a fairly decent machine back then. It wasn't this old, and I thought, wow, okay, I will just use this as my personal computer. You know, I'll put the operating system on it that I wanted. I forget what flavor of Linux I put on it. It may be a Debian, and you know, I'll just put this behind the desk, and I will use this as my personal computer. This is a computer that could run a whole company, and I'm just going to have it to myself. It's going to be awesome to have that much power. These things are so loud. Oh my God, it would run me right out of the room. I thought about, well, I can put it in the closet in the guest bedroom and run the cables through the walls, but then I moved my mom into the guest bedroom, so that didn't work. So these things, they're not so great for personal use. Just note, you know, if you have the same idea, it's so loud. You're going to have to wear earphones while you're using it. Okay, but let's take a quick look around before I start tearing into it and pulling its guts out and seeing what there is of value in it besides the 80 pounds of scrap metal here. Well, here's the front of it, and strangely enough, normally when I get blade servers, they've removed all the drives. This still has the drives in it. It's still got a full complement of 6 drives. And each one is a whopping 146.8 gigabytes. Wow. Okay. But you know what? These are server drives. They're very reliable. Now they are SCSI interface, which is going to make it difficult for me to test them. Because server drives, I don't know if you realize, server drives can be resellable. Even though the capacity is fairly low on them, they're built to be very highly reliable and hot swappable. So they can be resellable as long as they work. The difficulty is testing them. I don't have a good way to test them, so that can be a problem. But we do have, let's see, that's 146, 146, 72.8, 146.8, 146, 72.8, yeah. Yeah, that's normal. I've gotten servers before with the 72.8 SCSI drives in them. Yeah, again, difficult or impossible for me to test, unfortunately. But I'll tell you what, I will pull them all out while I'm over here looking at the front of it, and that will at least lighten the unit up a little bit for when I have to manhandle it around here on the autopsy table. So, yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. That one. There's always one. Why is there always one? There we go. There we go. Okay. So, got a stack of drives and drive caddies. The drive caddies themselves might be resellable too. I'll have to look. You know, again, nobody wants the damn server. But if somebody's stuck trying to maintain one, some of the parts, you know, some of the parts can still be valuable. So, you know, don't be too quick to throw everything out when you're scrapping one of these out. Some of the parts can be in demand. Let's go look at the back of it. So the back, yeah, it's got all the usual connectors on it. One I don't recognize, VHDL DCI. Not sure what that one does. Looks like it's got a couple of video connectors, like one maybe built into the motherboard and one on an accessory card. Okay, USB, Ethernet, PS2 keyboard and mouse. Oh, now here's something else that can be resellable, if they work. These hot swappable power supplies. Now they've got really big chunky gold fingers on them, and you'd be tempted to just harvest those right away. But I'll tell you what, look and see what the power supplies are selling for. And I'll pull both of these out, because that'll lighten it up a little bit too. Oh, there's always one that doesn't want to come. Of course, I'm trying to do this one-handed while I'm holding the camera. There we go. Okay, so we've got these two power supplies with their big chunky gold fingers on them. Again, gotta look them up and make sure that they are not selling for good money. One's an HP and one's a original Compaq. This must be a replacement. After HP bought Compaq. Okay. But yeah, got to look these up and see if they are reselling. If they are, I got to test them and make sure they work. If they work, they'll get resold. If they don't work, well, I'll just harvest the gold off of them. So yeah, let me put these up with the hard drives, get them out of the way. So that's the stack of stuff up there we're going to look up before scrapping. Well, I don't know. I may just scrap out the drives since I don't have a way of testing them. But the caddies, we'll see if they resell. Okay, I guess it's time to get inside this thing. So let me see if I can get the cover off. Okay, these things are generally fairly easy to get into. Let's see if that is the case. Flip it up, unlock it. Ah, there we go. And the cover comes off. Whoa, look at all the instructions on everything under the sun. Well, I've already figured out the power supplies, the drives. Doesn't have a tape drive. Okay. Well, I will keep this handy for reference in case there's anything I can't figure out. Okay. So, what do we got here? Well, we got some memory sticks over here right off. I can see those. I don't know if they're showing up. It's a gloomy, dark day. I got all the lights on I got, but it may still be a little dark here. Lots of fans. Line of fans here. Okay. Well, let me go after the easy stuff first. I'll pull the memory sticks out. 512, 512. So this huge beast had a whole gigabyte of RAM in it. Really old RAM. A lot of RAM chips there, though, for only 1 gigabyte. So they'll produce some good gold. Plus, we got some gold fingers. Set that aside. Let's see here. What is this? Removing the riser cage. Okay, so this is the cage that's got a riser board in it that the accessory cards plug into. I know there's a video card in there, so it looks like I need to pull that up and then loosen it. Pull that up and loosen it. Okay, those just came loose, so does it just... Ah! What do you know? There's the riser board. Okay, got some gold fingers on it. This might be worth looking up, whether somebody needs a riser board, you know? I will check that out. And then, what is this card that's installed here? Let's see if we can get a look at it. That's on there tight. Screwdriver. There we go. Okay, and I guess I got to unplug this cable from down here. It doesn't want to unplug. Well, I will say they put this together sturdily. There we go. And this card now should, I guess it's a guide, come out of the riser board. Yep. Alright, there we are. Wow. That is... Okay, I guess this is more than just a video card. I mean, it's got an i960 processor on it. What do those things say there? Keyboard, mouse, LAN, some sort of external power input. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's some sort of supervisor card for it. I'm not sure. Again, this might be worth looking up. This might be worth reselling. You know, there's probably still a lot of these old servers in data centers around the world that some tech has to maintain, and parts fail. So, yeah, I got the riser card, don't know what this card is yet. It doesn't really say anywhere. I'll probably have to look up the part number. But yeah, this might be resellable. Let me put the riser board. Oh, there's a lot of electronics on the riser board too. It's not just a passive backplane. There's stuff down there. So yeah, got to look into that. Nobody's interested in that. I'll have to scrap it out. There's a lot of, you know, we got gold-plated fingers here. Heavy gold-plated fingers. We got sockets with gold plating in them. There's a board down there. I can see IC chips on it. I can see tantalum capacitors. There's something under a heatsink under there. I guess that's another IC chip. So there's a lot of logic on this little riser board. So that'd be worth scrapping if it's not worth something for resale. And this too, if it's not worth something for resale. Is this a double-sided board? It's got some sort of backing on it. Let me peek under the skirt, so to speak. No, it doesn't look like it's double-sided. Looks like everything's on this side. But still, there's some good stuff there. If I can't resell this for some money, there's a lot of chips on there that contain gold, and there's some fingers with gold, and there's some connectors with gold, and there's a dip switch with gold. So, yeah, cool. Oh, and there's a gold band oscillator right there, too. Two of them. All right, nice. But we will look into that. I mean, if it's worth a few bucks, that's probably more than I'll get by scrapping it out. So, okay, what else have we got here? There's a lot of fans. These are just... I'll have to look and see if these sell too. Because again, fans fail in old servers and people need replacements. There's probably 10,000 of them for sale on eBay already. And they're probably moving for like 25 cents a piece. So you never know. I'll have to look though. They might be in demand. Some shielding here over the processors. Is this a dual processor system or is there only one? I guess we'll have to take the heatsink off and find out. And how does that come off? That clicks up, that clicks up. What do we got under the heatsink here? Ah, so that's a nice aluminum heatsink, heavy. And what's underneath here? Do we have pins or pinless? Pins. Pins. We got a chip with pins. What do we got here? Oh, heck, it's a Pentium 3. Pentium 3S. Wow, that's a fairly old... This thing's older than I thought. I figured it would be like Xeon or something, but no, it's Pentium 3. Heck, it's ancient. But, you know, got lots of gold pins. That's nice. And a big chunky aluminum heatsink. So that's a keeper. See if I can get this one off too. Hopefully it's a dual processor system and they didn't cheap out and get the single processor. But I don't think they put a heatsink on it if it was a single processor. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we got two Pentium 3S processors. Okay. With gold pins. Nice. Okay. What do we got over here? These look like power modules. They come out. Yeah, they come out there and they're like RAM sticks go. And they've got, ooh, big chunky gold pins on, big chunky gold fingers on them. I don't know if that's showing up. Let me zoom in a little bit. Wow. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So this is a power module. This is going to provide the voltages that the processors need. So there's two of them because there's two processors. So I imagine this was identical. Yeah. Look at the gold pins on that. Now again, these might be resellable. I'll have to check. You know, when I first started out scrapping stuff, I'd see that gold and I'd immediately, you know, clip these off and, you know, that would be it. But now it's like, let me look. You know, if I can resell these for 20 bucks a piece, that's more than I'm going to get from the gold. Although that is some heavy gold plating, I have to say. That is some really, really heavy gold plating on there. But still, I doubt there's 20 bucks worth of gold plating. So, yeah, I will check and see if these are resellable. I'll put them on the potentially resellable pile over there. The potentially resellable pile is growing faster than the stuff I'm keeping pile. So, but that's okay, because you know, money's money, and sometimes reselling stuff is a whole lot easier than scrapping it out. You give somebody something, they give you money. It's easier than a lot of the work that goes into scrapping stuff. Okay, so this whole fan caddy here looks like comes out. Yeah, gets out of the way of the motherboard. Ooh, but it pinches the fingers. Ah, there we go. Wow. So I doubt that's going to be resellable because, you know, the thing will already have one. The fans may crap out, but that's not going to. Okay, so let me disconnect some more cables from this motherboard and see if I can get it out. Actually, what is this daughter board? This looks like this is just held in with some clips. Let me see. If I can get this out. What is it? And how is it connected? Is there more gold under here? There's always one that doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Well, yeah, we got some gold-plated connectors here, and here's their mating connectors here. So this little daughter card has, well, it has a flip chip on it, ceramic flip chip, which isn't worth anything, but it has a gold band oscillator. Got some IC chips over here, got some tantalum capacitors, and of course the gold connectors. So, yeah, that's not too bad. That's a keeper. Alright, so I'm looking at the motherboard here. We got 1, 2, 3 gold corner BGAs. I love gold corner BGAs. They're like my favorite thing in the world because they contain a lot of gold and it's pretty easy to get out of them. I have videos on processing gold corner BGAs. I can put a link to one in the upper right corner if you want to check that out. So we've got a lot of RAM stick sockets. They're all gold plated. This socket's gold plated. These sockets are gold plated. The processor sockets are gold plated. We've got some dip switches up here. Dip switches can generally contain good gold. We've got some more sockets, or some more connectors over here. Oh yeah, well there's a lot of gold on the male part of that, so I'm sure the female part's gold too. And yeah, that's gold. That's gold. Okay, so servers. I love servers. They don't spare the gold. You know, this is high reliability industrial stuff. They don't spare the gold in it because it makes it more reliable. Okay, so we got this funky heat sink here, which I'm not sure how it is being held down. It's got a weird clip on it. Let's see if I can pop these clips off, and we'll see what's underneath. Well, that was actually pretty easy. What's underneath this heat sink? Maybe we'll see. Boy, that is on there. What is... Oh, you know what? Yeah. There we are. Okay, so there's another aluminum heat sink to keep. That is a metal top BGA chip. So it's similar to this, only it has a plate of metal on top of it as a heat spreader and no ceramic base. It's a little tougher to get the gold out of these, but it's there. So, yeah. Okay, so what all is holding this motherboard in place? See if we can get this motherboard out, then I'll go after some of these other boards over here. Looks like, disconnect another cable. It looks like just a few screws are holding it in place. So, I think I'm going to need to use an old screwdriver here because I don't think I can get my screw gun down Oh, screwdriver's not working too good on those. Yeah. They're star bits with slots in them, but obviously I've got the wrong kind of slotted screwdriver. Let me see if I've got the right kind of star bit. Or I guess star bit is what my wife likes to call them. I guess they're technically Torx. So, yeah, I think I've got the right kind of Torx bit, but I don't know if I can get my screw gun down to some of those screws. In fact, it's not easy to get them down to there. All right. There's got to be more screws than that holding it on. Nothing over here? Sometimes the screws blend and they're hard to see. I can't get in there. I'll put another extension on. Maybe with 2 extensions I can get to them. And awkward looking. My goodness, that's long. Yeah, that's what she said. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? It's loose. There weren't near as many screws holding this thing on as I would have expected. Pull this off. Oh, gold pins on both sides and lots of them. That's nice. This out of the way. More gold pins. Hey, there we go. There's the motherboard. Mostly one-sided. Got a few little chips on the back and some little tiny grain of sand size MLCCs. That's about it. That's about everything's on this side. But hey, this side's nothing to sneeze at. There's a lot of gold connectors there. There's a lot of chips. There's a lot of, well, there's 3 gold corner BGAs. Not sure what that is. You pop the battery out. That's a big battery. Yeah. Because I depopulate my boards in a kiln. All this stuff is surface mount. If I put this in the kiln and heat it up above the melting point of solder, and then just bang or rattle the board, everything will just fall right off, you know? And then I can sort it out and deal with the different parts. But yeah, there's a lot of good parts here. A lot of tantalum capacitors. Yep. Dip switches. Yep. These connectors have a lot of gold pins in them. Okay, so there's the motherboard. That's a keeper. I don't know if it works, so I'm not going to try and resell it. I'm just going to keep it and harvest the gold on it. So let's see about this other board over here. Disconnect some more cables from it. Goodness, there's a lot of cables here. See if I can get this board out. Is that it, or is there more? Just processing all these cable ends for their gold is going to produce some good gold. What is holding this board in? Is there another screw that I have missed? Is there some sort of clip? I don't really see anything holding it in. I don't know why it's not coming out. It looks like they're just those 2 screws. It does kind of move. Oh, I see. There we go. There were some little clips. I just had to pull it forward. And let's see, another cable to disconnect. Now what's holding it? Ah, there we go. Okay. So there's that board. There's not too much to it. Although this chip socket over here has a lot of gold plating on it. That's again, high reliability socket. Oh, and all these SCSI connectors for the hard drives. I can see the gold in them. I'm sure it's not showing up on the video, especially on this gloomy day. But there's a lot of gold in these connectors. Oh yeah, wow. Okay, so that's a nice board. A lot of gold on it. Got some gold up here too. Gold in here, gold in here, gold in here, gold here, gold here. Everywhere I look, there's gold. That's what I like to see. I guess those are LEDs. Yeah, okay. All right. So, okay, my pile of keeping stuff is starting to grow. So this over here, another board here, little one. Not much to it. It's got a couple connectors on it that contain gold. So that's a keeper. There and there. Yeah. What is this? Oh, I know what that is. That's the floppy drive. It's got a floppy drive. I couldn't hardly see it. It's up above all of the... Is that a floppy drive? I'll bet that's a... No, that's a CD-DVD drive. Not sure how to get it out. And here's the floppy drive over here. Okay, yeah. There's the floppy drive. Yeah, they were hiding up above, sort of in the mezzanine, up above the hard drives. So yeah, there's the floppy drive. Okay. Not really too useful. Floppy drives these days are getting kind of rare, so they have some resale value to them, but they have to be the kind that will fit in a drive bay on a desktop, really, with a standard 34 pin interface, I think. Yeah, this not so much. So it's really... Now we got some more plastic shielding on here, and we've got these big aluminum heat sinks, which have got some big TO220 transistors or regulators bolted to, and it looks like they go all the way through and are soldered into the board. Those are going to be difficult to get out, but I'll figure it out. Now let's get this aluminum shell off. Or this plastic shell. Okay, the screws are on this side for taking the shell off, and those are... We're back to Phillips. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, there goes the plastic shell. Okay, so there's our power supply, or power distribution board, I guess. So, it's interesting. It's got a lot of logic on it. It's got a gal chip. And some other chips. It's a very smart power board, apparently. Okay, so I guess that's about it. I mean, I could figure out how to get this CD/DVD drive out. I don't know what in the world is holding it in place. I mean, there's tabs that are going to prevent it from coming out the back way, but what's preventing it from coming out the front? I don't know. I mean, it seems like it ought to just come out. Pardon my head. Wait a minute. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, the front bezel was just in the way. I had to bend it a little bit. Now again, you know, somebody who's trying to maintain one of these 8-chit servers may need a new one of these. Probably not, but you know, it's worth a quick look before I try and scrap it out. I mean, it's got some nice gold connectors over here. Okay, wow, I guess that's about it. There's not much left but sheet metal here in the carcass. So let me put the cover back on it and throw it on my scrap metal pile. And can all go to the scrap yard. What's left of it can go to the scrap yard. Oh, it's a little bit lighter now, yeah. Okay. So let me put the cover back on and we'll go over what I'm keeping and what I'm checking out. Okay, so here's all the stuff I'm keeping to process for the precious metals. Of course, the motherboard over here, this daughter board, RAM sticks, the 2 Pentium 3 processors with the nice gold pins on them, keepers, this little board with all the gold-plated connectors on it, these cables here with the gold-plated connectors on both sides, This little board with some gold-plated connectors. This power board with a few chips on it, some wires, and these big aluminum heat sinks I need to get off, and these gold-plated connectors down here. The big aluminum heat sinks, the little aluminum heat sink, of course, they go right into my heat sink pile. That's getting heavy. There are also a couple of these grills inside. I'm keeping these as just like fan cover grills for projects I'm working on. These will come in handy for that. So, yeah, so that's the stuff I'm keeping. So this is all the stuff I'm going to check out before I scrap it to see if it has any resale value. I've got the 2 hot swappable power supplies with the heavy gold-plated fingers on them. I've got these 2 power boards with the heavy gold fingers on them. Got this, I guess, supervisory processor board. That might be resellable. I mean, if not, it's got a lot of good chips and gold fingers on it. I got, what, 5 fans here. We'll see if anybody needs any fans. Got this riser board over here. I have 6 of these drives with caddies. I'm going to scrap the drives out because I don't have a way of testing them, but the caddies might resell. I mean, everybody needs a few extra drive caddies. If you got one of these, you lose a drive, you got to get it back up and running again quickly. You want to have a spare drive ready to go, all ready to caddy. You can just swap them out. So people need spare caddies. And I got the floppy drive, which is kind of a specialty unit, and I've got the CD-ROM drive or DVD. Which is it? CD. It's a CD drive. Pretty old these days, with the specialty connector on it. We'll see if anybody needs any of these. I'll probably get on the computer and start looking this stuff up right after I'm done filming here and seeing if any of it has any value. If any of it does, I'll maybe do a little postscript and let you know. And then of course I've got the case here, which is nothing but scrap metal. This is going right on my trailer full of scrap metal, and it will be heading to the scrap yard with that trailer in the next few days. So okay, that's tearing down the Compaq Proliant what the heck was it? DL380 blade server. Ancient beast that it is. So I hope you found this a little bit interesting, educational, inspirational, killed some time, whatever. Give the video a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe to see my future videos. I got more Scrapout Teardown videos coming, I got more gold recovery videos coming, videos on chemistry coming, all kinds of stuff. And I have a second channel now where all my electronics and retro computing stuff is going, so check that out too, ElectroGeek64. Subscribe and like there, and press the little bell icon in both places that YouTube makes you press to be notified when new videos come out. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, I said I'd do a postscript if I figured out if any of this stuff sells. And well, pretty much everything on here is for sale on eBay. Okay? The trick is, you go to eBay and you look and you see what people are selling stuff for, or what they're asking for this stuff, and you think, oh, wow, I'm sitting on a gold mine, I got a lot of money here. But then with the real thing, what you need to do is you need to go into advanced search and see what it's actually sold for in the past, not what people are asking for it today. Because you can ask the moon for something, but that's not necessarily what you'll get for it. So if I go in and I look at the prices on stuff that is sold in the past, what do you think the most valuable, for sure, parts on this table are? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it, you know. Make your answer. It's the drive caddies, like I thought. For a set of 6 of them, after I pull the drives out, I can get between 27 and 29 bucks for them. So those are the most valuable parts here, for sure. And what I mean by for sure is, the other thing I have here that might be valuable is the riser cage. Now, this is kind of odd. I don't quite understand why what I saw on eBay is the way it is, but there are dozens, maybe hundreds of people trying to sell this riser cage, just like this on eBay, for ridiculously low prices. 10, 15, 20 bucks. Nobody's buying them. Exactly one of these has sold on eBay as far as I can tell. And you know what it went for? $4,000. So, I guess I could put it on eBay and ask $4,000 for it. Maybe another sucker will come along and not buy all the ones that are on there for 10 bucks. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Okay. This is called I had to look it up and see what it's called. It's called a remote insight board. It's for remote managing the server. It's completely independent of the server. It's a little computer on its own board, just like I thought it was. They're not selling. People are listing them on eBay. They've got ridiculously low prices on them. As far as I can tell, not one single one has ever sold. They got new ones still in the box. They've got ones with accessories on it that this one doesn't have, and they're just not selling. So nobody's interested in the remote insight boards. The fans, well, for a set of 5 fans, I can probably get maybe 25 bucks. So, yeah, the fans, I need to clean them up a little bit and test them, figure out which pins on the connector here go to turn on the fan, and give them test and make sure they work, and then I could probably sell a set of 5 for about 25 bucks, like I say. These power boards here with the nice chunky gold connectors on them, these power regulator boards, as far as I can tell, they are not selling at all. In fact, probably either Compaq or HP, after they bought Compaq, released an upgraded version of these boards, and the only ones that are actually selling are the upgraded versions, and they're not selling for much. These aren't selling at all, so I guess I get to harvest the gold off of them. CD-ROM drive, no sale. Nobody. A lot of people listing them for ridiculously low prices. Absolutely nobody's bought any of them. The floppy drive, 8 to 9 bucks, and probably, you know, there's a lot of them on eBay, so, you know, I'd be fighting, you know, a lot of low price people, and I have rules about that, and I'll talk about that in a second, because I could write a book about how and why I sell on eBay the way I do. Power supplies. Okay, so the power supplies, these power supplies are going for about 14 bucks a piece, if you can sell them. There's a lot of competition. These are not the desirable power supplies. These are only 400 watts. Apparently this HP Proliant series also came with 800 and 1000 watt power supplies. Those are the ones people want, and those are the ones people are willing to pay money for. They don't want the 400 watt power supplies. Like I said, I might be able to get 14 bucks a piece for them if I could beat the other competition on eBay to sell them for that. But I'm not even going to bother. I got a rule. If I can't gross at least 20 bucks on something, I don't bother listing it on eBay. And you may think that's stupid. You may think, but 14 bucks is 14 bucks. Yeah, that's true, but how long is it going to take me to sell these things? I got to store them somewhere as inventory until they finally sell. I got to store them where they're not damaged, they don't get dirty. I got to store them where I can find them again when they finally do sell in 2 years. And I got to pack them, I got to ship them, and you know, it's just not worth my time if I can't clear at least 20 bucks on stuff after eBay, PayPal fees, and all the other good crap. It's just not worth my time. So I think out of all this, what I'm going to try and sell probably are the drive caddies, the fans. If I have time to clean them up and test them, I will try selling them. And I might, just for S's and G's, I might list this and see what I can get out of it. I'll probably be nothing, but you never know. Maybe there's another sucker looking for one for $4,000. That would be nice. The rest of this stuff, I'm going to scrap out. I'm going to get the gold off these. I'm going to get the gold off these. Let's see if there's anything else worth salvaging in here. Probably not, but boy, they're heavy, so they can go on the scrap iron pile. You know, garbage. And, you know, and I'll scrap out the drives after I take them out of the caddies. There's going to be a lot of aluminum there. You know, there'll be magnets inside. There'll be, you know, scuzzies. I can see the board, and they're older drives, so there'll probably be a lot of components on the board, a lot of gold plating, a lot of gold connectors. So, you know, I'll get a lot out of the drives. So that's what I'm keeping. You know, the fans, the caddies, and the riser board for now. If the riser board doesn't sell in a reasonable amount of time, I'll just go after the gold in it. Okay, so there's your bonus postscript content. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.